So I'm going to do an overview today. Our product mix here, we have quite a few products. So this is a high level version, what we can offer you. And then I'll show you where to drill down into on our website for the particular matrices for each and every program. So a couple quick things. I know that you're the sales team on here today, pretty much from what I'm understanding. So here's how we work at AmeriTrust. I know each lender has a little bit of a different, flow structure to it. Our account managers actually do something a little unique here that is a great service to you. Number one, when a file comes in, not only do they break out the file for you and set it up to go into underwriting, but they actually disclose your files. So we don't separate it out with a disclosure department so that each account manager becomes very familiar with your file. So how your flow will work is file comes in, anything received by noon your time is considered the same day's business. Set up disclosures 24 hours, and then it moves into the underwriting queue, provided, pretty much everything is there that needs to be there for a 48-hour typical turn time. The file decision will be rolled back out to you from your account manager, and she'll go ahead and highlight out for you what she's taking care of and what you need to take care of. If you have questions about particular steps or anything of that nature, you can absolutely reach out to your account manager. And if they can't answer for you, they'll get in hold of the underwriter and get back with you with the information. So that's typically the role of the account manager. They do not handle anything to do with pricing, structure of a file, or loan scenarios. Those all run through your sales representative, which I think, Sunday, are you handling that with Amit, right? Isn't that correct?
Yes, Amit is their account executive and will handle that.
Okay, so that's how that goes. All right, so high level overview here. We really have pretty much everything here at AmeriTrust to offer you. We do conventional. I realize you guys have a home for your conventional agency, but there's always fallout, right? Not everything fits every single box in every single world. And what we pride ourselves in here at AmeriTrust is being more of a boutique style lender. So if something doesn't fit the box, you're always free to send it over and we can take a view of it. Conventional, we do go down to 580. FHA and VA, we also go down to 580. Now, on a manual underwrite, that is permissible under FHA and VA, provided you've run it through AUS and you get a refer. Okay, so just a quick overview on that. We really specialize in our non-QM complete product line here. We have many, many options for you. So you have a fallout that's a conventional loan, you want to flip it over to the non-QM world, you are in really good hands. We have full doc, alt doc, DSCR, which covers a plethora of products, meaning 1 to 4 units, 5 to 8 units, and I can actually go over 8 units up to 10 on an exception basis, along with the 2 to 8 mixed use. We do standalone land loans and we do I-10 borrowers, okay? And of course, foreign national, I should have put in there too. We do foreign national. So under the full doc product line, you have options. You can do 24 or 12-month documentation, DTIs up to 50%, FICO scores down to 620, LTVs up to 90 with a minimum of 700 FICO, loan amounts available to $3 million, and of course it allows for second homes and investments to an 80 LTV. Okay, our alt doc options, great choice here. Pretty much everybody is gravitating to just a 12-month bank statement program. So we offer 12-month bank statements. You can do personal or business. You can actually do up to 4 accounts if you choose to do so. We automatically default to 50% on the expense ratio, but you can adjust that. If you have a letter from the accountant or the tax preparer that details out, what the type of business is and what the normal that they're seeing for those set tax returns are, we can change up that number. You can go down to as low as 20% factor, and on an exception basis, I can get it to probably a 15% factor. Okay, so a couple key notes on the personal and the business bank statements. You have some options in terms of how you would like to proceed. If you would like us to run that for you up front before you send the file, I'll take you when we finish here to our website and show you where you can upload those. And we will actually run the tape for you ahead of time so that you see what we're coming up with for an average on a monthly basis. And then, as I said, it's obviously done at a 50% expense ratio. And that would give you your key. You can go get your adjustment from your accountant up front and adjust out your number and submit it that way. Or if you just want to wait and send in the whole file at the same time, that's okay too. We'll run them through with underwriting at that given time, okay? A couple things I want to say though. On the personal bank statements, we definitely need to be able to identify that the deposits that we're adding here are coming from a business bank account. So we're going to need 2 months of the business bank account to support what we're showing as an average into the personal account, okay? Do we ever allow a personal account to be utilized for business purposes if they do not have a designated business account? Yes, we do, but it's got to make sense. So I'll give you an example of something where we get this all the time. So possibly your borrower has a landscaping business and they just never set up a business account. It's a smaller business. Their deposits that are coming into their personal account are usually through, Venmo or PayPal or things of that nature. And you can see a true track of it, and we can document and get the paper trail on it. You'll be fine with that, okay? But if you do utilize that said method, then that would be the only time that we would take an expense factor off that personal bank account. So again, typically when you send in personal bank accounts, we only utilize the deposits that can be paper trailed to a business account, and there are no expenses taken out, okay? If the account is being used strictly for business and personal combo, then that rule would not be applicable. We would have to do the expense factor, all right? Outside of that, on a business account, obviously, if we have 2 owners and your owner is, your borrower is 40% owner, I can only utilize 40%. The other partner cannot give a letter that says, hey, he has free access to this money or whatnot. That's not permissible when it comes out to income. It will always be factored upon the business percentage of ownership. Okay, I'm going to stop for a minute. Does anybody have any questions on that?
I think Wayne raised his hand, but I don't see him here.
Okay, I can't see that because I don't have that on my screen. So you're going to have to tell me Sunday when something pops up, okay?
Okay. Okay, Wayne, are you here? Did you have a question? Okay.
Anyway, this is, like I said, high level. This is a combination of several programs we have here. So these are the highlights of what we can offer you here at AmeriTrust. We have FICO scores starting at 600 on the LDOC options. We go as high as an 85 LTV with as low as 700 for an 85 LTV and above FICOs, okay? All DOC options are available to owner-occupied, second, as well as investment. We do loans up to $3 million under this product. Now, we do have a true P&L only program here at AmeriTrust. We have several P&L programs, as I'll demonstrate in a minute. But under our Ruby program, we have a true P&L only program. So that is the one product that we offer here as P&L only, with not the support of 2 months business bank statements, okay? And again, depending on what your FICO score is, that's applicable, as I said above. FICO's is 600 and above. So you got to just see where you fall and, depending on purchase, rate and term, cash out, things of that nature. And of course, we allow the 1099 only. And on any 1099 program, you automatically take 90% of your 1099, and that's the number you're going to use to figure out your income. There's a 10% cut because the 10% is going to go towards expenses. Okay. Now, DSCR options is one of our biggest sellers here. As I was saying, we offer 1 to 4. We have a 5 to 8 units. And actually, we can do, on an exception, do 9 or 10 units. And of course, we do the 2 to 8 mixed use. We, on the DSCR options, for the 1 to 4 family, we actually have a no score option. So whether your DSCR ratio is 0.50 or it's 0.70, you have options available over here at AmeriTrust. On your above 4 units, you're always going to need a 1.00 DSCR and above, okay? The key is depending on your loan size, where you're going to have to go. So, for example, I have 2 products that offer 5 to 8 units. One is Diamond and one is Ruby. On Diamond, I can go as low as a loan amount at $250,000. On the Ruby, I need $400,000 above. So if you're between a 250 and a 400, you have to go to Diamond. That one requires a DSCR of 1.10, which I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, you've got FICO starting at 620 for above 1, and then below 1, you need a 660. And you can do up to an 80 LTV, and that's available up to a 700 FICO score. So that is kind of a quick high-level overview of products that we offer here. The other thing I want to bring up, and I don't know if you ever get a calling for it, but we do have a standalone just lot loan where we don't need to know what you're building on it. Obviously, it has to be zoned residential. It's for a purchase only. It has to be a minimum loan amount of $100,000. There are never any exceptions on that. And the LTV on it is a max of 65 LTV. Okay, that's considered our gold program, and that is on our website. So this is the overview of you know, why would you use AmeriTrust? Why are you going to come here to AmeriTrust? These are the overview of what we do. Now, on our website, as I was saying to you, our website is www.ameritrusttpo.com. Okay. And everything here is at your fingertips. So once your account is set up, your admin at your account will receive a login and password. He or she will set up all the users in your company with their roles. And you just come to our website and you would click into partner login, and that'll take you right into portal to be able to upload your 3.4, run it through your pricing engine, and then go to documents and just upload all your docs. You do not separate them out. But anyway, on our website, this is the overview of what we've got here. So any program I just went through today, I gave you the high level of everything we basically do, is drilled down in subcategory by series in our program guide. So if you look at one, for example, on the left-hand side, this will give you a clip of an overview. Hey, this is where I can come and do this said product. Okay. So for example, Diamond is what I look at Diamond for is definitely investment properties. It's one of the hottest areas that you have a lot of flexibility to do a lot of things. So I'm going to tell you why you would utilize Diamond. Diamond can accommodate a first-time home buyer and a first-time investor. So the only thing you have to provide is that the person has to be a renter today. They cannot live at home with mom and dad. Okay. So as long as they're renting and you can verify and get the canceled checks for the rent for the last 12 months, you're good to go. This is your home. You can save loans, first-time home buyer, first-time investor. Okay. They do FICOs up to 80 LTV, which is amazing. Every dime of the money involved in the transaction can be a gift. That's more than wonderful. They accommodate, as I said, the 1 to 4 units. This one does only allow up to 8 units. Okay. But like I said, we can do exception up to 10 on a case-by-case basis. 2 to 8 mixed use, for sure. The key that you got to remember with your 5 to 8, again, 5 to 8 units all have to be residential. For the 2 to 8 mixed use, I need a couple things. I need a 2-story building. I need to absolutely see what kind of mixed use you have. So For example, if you have a laundromat, it's a no-go. Anything hazardous, chemical, anything of that nature will not work. So if I'm doing a 4-unit mixed use, 3 units have to be residential, 1 commercial only. And your commercial space can never exceed 49%. Okay, that's the key right there. That's your deal breaker. On this series, I need 110 on my 5 to 8 and my 2 to 8 mixed use when you're discussing DSCR. All right, 1 to 4, this one here only goes down to 0.80. But again, this is your snapshot, your bullet point. You can do in 4 national here, no problem. 1 and above on your DSCR ratio. You can use foreign credit. You can use U.S. credit. You can use, if you don't want to pull out either of those, you pull 2 credit references. Okay? 2 letters of reference have to be on letterhead of the institution. They have to refer to your borrower by name. They have to say specifically what the terms of the loan are, for how much, when it was taken out, the monthly payment. Okay? Is it paid off or is it current, whatever. And they have to be signed and dated with a title, an email, and a phone number of whoever filled those out. Okay? But if you look, you can click into each matrix, and this is what's so nice. It's going to give you a breakdown. All you have to do is look at your FICO score, come over here and say, oh, great, I've got over 1. All right, my FICO is 720. Can I do 80? You sure can. You can do 80 up to, once you get to 2 million, you can only do 75. Okay? So everything we do, we kind of try to put it at your fingertips. So every matrix is broken down on here by product type. Okay? It'll give you a little bit of the background of what's required for it. And same thing for the next series. Emerald, same thing. Okay? Emerald is more of a series that you would look at, I would suggest, for bank statements and things of that nature. Okay? Ruby is also a great alternative in the investment line, provided if you're doing more than 4 units, you have to meet that 400,000 loan amount to meet the threshold. But it allows you to go down to 1, where the other one's 215 needs 110. This one, 400, but you can go down to 1. Okay? So this is a great place to put investment properties as well. And absolutely, this is the place. This is the series I was referring to about the P&L only. Right here. You don't need backup bank statements. You need that P&L letter. You get the accountant to do the attestation letter, and you are good to go. Okay? So this is the home for that. They also do a great job on the foreign national. All right? Gold Series is, again, the place where we put the lot loans. They also offer an I-10, and let me explain to you a little bit about the I-10. We are rolling out a new I-10 product that'll be here on Monday, so I don't want to confuse you on that. That one I'm going to send a bulletin out about, and then Amit and Sunday will send over to you. Well, actually, you'll be on the mailing distribution. But anyway, under our Gold Series today, we do offer an I-10 program that's it's definitely unique. This is a program where you do not, it is not required to have a visa. Okay? So they can qualify based on either full doc, and anything under the series full doc is 12 months. So if they were a W-2 wage earner and they had pay stubs, they can qualify that way, or they can do a P&L only. We do not offer a bank statement program under this said product. Okay, so it's P&L only or full doc. But we can actually accommodate a true I-10 borrower that really doesn't have, quote unquote, how do you want to say, a visa currently. So that's what's available here. And then there will be another one that has more flexibility in a different way that we're rolling out next week. So that's more or less the overview of our products. As I was saying earlier, the bank statement submission is right here. If you want to get your bank statements reviewed before you submit that file, you feel free. You can upload right here. You put your information in here. You upload them at the bottom, and within 24 hours, you'll receive them back with the information you need to use to qualify your said borrower. So that's there. All our forms are on our website under partner resources. General forms are all listed here. And again, just like our gift letter, I'll use that for example. You probably have your own gift letter. If you do, that's fine. You don't have to use ours. You can use yours, no problem. Okay, but these are all tab and type. Our condo questionnaire is right here. Now, I will say this on the condo questionnaire. You're free to use a different one, provided it answers all the questions that we have on ours. So that's one thing you need to be a little cognizant of there. We have a guide on how to submit the loan, borrower's authorization, disclosure forms are here, broker-specific forms, including locks, is here, your fees, FHA, VA, sponsor ID number, everything like that. We absolutely allow you to transfer your appraisals. Feel free to transfer them right on over to us with your file. And the metrics of what I need for them are listed out by, whether it be agency, non-QM, FHA, that kind of thing. They're right here on the website under the transfer policy. When you submit your loan for non-QM or any kind of file, we need you to make sure you complete this said form. Okay? This is going to give us all the information we need to know in order to accommodate you. Okay? So that's right here. Anything, all their certs, if you're doing DSCR, things like that, everything's right here. And your narrative form's always needed on a bank statement. That's there. Conventional, same thing. All our overlays, if there's any, at a glance is in here. And you too have your submission. Whoops, wrong one. You have your forms in there. So VA forms here, FHA, the whole 9 yards. And lastly, if you ever get stuck, this is step-by-step instruction on how to submit your file. It literally screenshots each procedure. If you get stuck, you can always call someone for sure. Our other big item I want to cover real quick is the licensing. So, twofold. We do, of course, allow you to do any form of investment property in the majority of states in the country, even if you're not licensed there. So if you look on our map under non-QM, DSCR approved states, anything that's in blue means we allow you to do those loans, provided you meet the given rule for the state. Now, how do you know? So if you click on this red tab, it will give you what the business rule is. So for example, if you wanted to do a loan in Connecticut and you're not licensed there, you would go here and say, okay, can I do this on Connecticut? Allow. So you're good to go. Okay. So that's how you know if you can or cannot do a loan that is any form of investment or foreign national, or a foreign national that is being utilized as an investment property. So when I say doesn't have to be DSCR, it can be a bank statement, it can be an alt, it could be P&L only, it could be full doc, provided it's an investment. The other thing is our mortgagee clause. If you ever need our mortgagee clause, we do have different clauses per state in some cases. So you just look up the given state and come on over here, and this will give you our mortgagee clause. If you happen to come across a state that isn't filled out and you see on the map you can do a transaction there, just send us a quick email and we'll obtain it for you. We're filling those out more and more every day. Okay. Lastly, order appraisal. Here is all of our approved AMCs. Okay. They're all in alphabetical order on our given website here. We really need to make sure you order appraisals from here. And again, you create your own login and password. So what's going to happen is you order the appraisal, the payment link is sent to your borrower. Once the borrower pays for the given appraisal, you're going to receive notifications all the way through. When it's scheduled, when it's supposed to come back to the AMC, when it's due to come out, all those things. The appraisal does not come to us. It comes directly to you. So when you receive the appraisal, we ask that you upload it along with the invoices and everything to the website under your loan, your loan, so it gets reviewed. So about conditions, we do not do piecemeal conditions. How we do it is when the appraisal comes in, please notify your account manager, no matter if there's any conditions in there, that appraisal's getting pushed back immediately to underwrite, okay? Because obviously we all know on this phone that it could change up something. Let's take a DSCR. If it's a DSCR loan, your appraisal comes back, make sure you look at your rental income. If you need to adjust your loan, please do so. Make your corrections. So you send that in with your appraisal so it can be reviewed. If there's any other conditions in there at that time, they'll absolutely be reviewed at the same time with no problem. If you're waiting on your appraisal, for example, and you know it's going to be a little bit, but you've already gathered all your other conditions, feel free to upload them and let your account manager know, and she'll get those cleared off while you're waiting on your appraisal. We try to keep our files as much to a 3-point system as we can. Obviously, it's not a perfect world. That doesn't always work, but we try to do that so that it eliminates confusion and, it leaves less room for error. But anyway, that's more or less the quick shot of who we are. And we have a lot to offer our customers, and we do work very hard to earn your business. So I'm going to turn it over to you and see if you guys have any questions.
I have a question, Leanne.
Sure.
On the DSCR loan, because you said the borrower could be a first-time buyer, but they have to be renters, right? So when we do the VOR, do you require that it comes from like a management company, or can it be a private party?
Okay, great question. That's a very good question. So you're free to send me a VOR from a private landlord. However, with that VOR, I absolutely need the canceled checks, or I need the bank statement where I can show, hypothetically, the lease payment's $2,000 a month, and I can see consecutively on those bank statements for 12 months that $2,000 is coming out. Okay, so you do have to paper trail it. Once in a great while, we can get an exception on that. Okay, I have gotten an exception on that in the past. It's got to make sense, right? So you have a higher FICO borrower, you have good reserves, not all the money is a gift, things like that. Usually we can get an exception.
Okay, and how many months do you need for cancel check and bank
Sure,
statement?
12 months.
Oh, it's okay. So 12 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. And I have another one too, if you don't mind.
Sure.
You mentioned that you have a lot loan up to 65%
Yes.
LTV. Now, what do you require on that? Do you guys require like a soil report and all those good stuff?
We just need an appraisal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
We just need an appraisal. And then it does have to be zoned residential. Cannot be, it's gonna have to be residential.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
So
you.
100,000 minimum loan amount. Okay. 65 LTV. Loan term cannot exceed 25 years. And you can do it as a full doc, or you can do it as a P&L. And again, under that program, we only need full doc is considered 12 months. 12 months. So if you had a W-2 wage earner, you're just going to give me their W-2 from last year, and then you'd give me 30 days worth of pay stubs.
Okay. And what's the max DTI do you require on that?
The max LTV?
Debt ratio.
Oh, you can go up to 50.
Okay, cool.
You can go up to 50. Once it gets over 42, they're going to be a little bit more picky, but you can go up to 50.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Does anybody else have any questions? Well, I'm sure you're going to think of some. So again, we really appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to earn your business here at AmeriTrust. And we have a lot to offer you. And I promise you, we can help you out. So if you get a turn down even on that A paper, don't turn it down. Send it on over here. We'll figure out we'll do our best to try to turn it into an approval for you. Okay? Okay. Well,
Perfect.
I appreciate each one of you, and I want you all to have a wonderful day. If you need anything from us, you just let us know. Okay?
Perfect. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you,
You're
everyone.
welcome.
Have an
Bye-bye.
awesome Tuesday.
Thank you, Leanne. Thank you, Sunny. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.